I think it is a shame to think that ODOT would pass up such a perfect opportunity to highlight the city of Cleveland and the state of Ohio's commitment to sustainability and alternative transportation, especially as Mayor Frank Jackson's recent sustainability summit begins to take form in green initiatives throughout Cleveland, especially as the World Meteorological Organization announces this past Tuesday the current decade has been the hottest decade in history, especially as nearly 200 world leaders gather in Copenhagen, a city long known for its commitment to bicycle transportation, to devise a global response to climate change. With the city of Cleveland emerging as a national leader in the local foods movement, with Cleveland boasting over 200 community gardens within the city limits, with the city of Cleveland recognized for its innovation in reimagining its reuse of vacant lands, it is simply irresponsible and detrimental to our progress to bypass adding bike and pedestrian access to the Interbelt. Cleveland has a nationally respected public transit system in the GCRTA. We must continue to add to our city's alternative transit infrastructure if we aim to be a more sustainable Cleveland by 2019. And I think ODOT is demonstrating a serious lack of foresight in keeping bicycle and pedestrian access off the table will prove to be a decision that the city regrets. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm petrified.
Don't be afraid.
You're right. Okay, my name is Scott Godwin. I'm a Cleveland resident. I bike 4,000 miles a year on city streets. I tell you that only that you understand my perspective. I believe the Interbelt Bridge project, more than any other project, either planned or imagined, will define how the world sees the city of Cleveland and the state of Ohio. How do we want to be identified? Cities across the nation are making similar decisions today. Hawaii and Iowa recently passed guidelines for complete streets. Hawaii chose to favor people. Iowa chose the automobile. This bridge, if made to accommodate all travelers, could be a catalyst to a different future. One favoring neighborhoods and the connection to them. The bridge, if limited to the automobile, sends a clear message to the world that we are unable to move forward. I will end with another quote, this one from the Federal Highway Guidelines, and I quote, "Bicycling and walking facilities will be incorporated into all transportation projects unless exceptional circumstances exist." Thank you.
After all the planning, all the meetings, all the money spent, and all the hopes that this biggest planning project, biggest infrastructure project in Cleveland history would do something transformative for this city. We really started out hoping that would be the case, but after all that, we've really got nothing. Really nothing. This is one of those choice points in the history of a city. And if we can't get this right, after all the work that we've done, God help us. If we can't do something great for the city of Cleveland, something that's great and inspirational out of this project, then I really think that we failed the public and the future generations of the city of Cleveland. So, thank you.
My jersey shows a statement that we used quoting Gracie Allen, which she left for George after she died, left before she died for George to read afterwards, saying, "Never place a period where God has placed a comma," encouraging George to keep working. And we know that George went on to play the role of God after she died. What I want to suggest is that I understand that ODOT has come to you and said, we have a plan for a bridge that has no pedestrian and bicycle access, period. I suggest that needs to be a comma, and we add those provisions. Thank you.
I biked down here this morning after dropping my 3 children off at school. I'm a single mother. We don't have a car, so I'm a mother, I'm a cyclist, and I'm a pedestrian, and a mother of cyclists and pedestrians. And as such, I participated last Sunday in our bike and walk along the alternative ODOT proposed routes. I took my children. We chose to walk instead of cycle. I'm very familiar with the cycling conditions in the area, so I thought I'd take a slightly different perspective. And, you know, the issues of safety and glass and convenience were also really relevant as a pedestrian. That we had a few women who came with strollers. My kids are out of strollers. They're 8 and 6. And the women who were pushing strollers, you know, in order to avoid an extra half-mile loop from, I believe it was Abbey Road, back up to the Lorraine Carnegie Bridge, we took this little stairway, and then there were people scrambling to help the women carry the strollers, and the mother was carrying the baby and dragging the stroller. Like, come on, like, this is ridiculous. This is not a direct route that these people are having to take. People who live in Tremont who want to go downtown, or vice versa. It's difficult, you know, it's different from those of us, I used to have a car, who go out in the evening for a stroll with our families, and, you know, we go around the block and we take the scenic route. But, you know, my experience is traveling with 3 children bundled up in the winter, wanting to get from point A to point B in the most convenient way with the least bit of complaining from my family. And so I'll just close with this little comment from Madeline, my 8-year-old, who, you know, as we were coming back, we were on Abbey Road, she looked over at the bridge that we just crossed, the Lorraine Carnegie Bridge, and she's like, Mom, why are we going in a circle?
Right track, take a step forward, not a step back. Now is our chance if we answer the call to build a bridge that connects us all. For Cleveland to thrive, we must engineer a bridge that will bring some new people here and make our city much more attractive to the young, educated, and active. We'll have a healthier population once we embrace healthy transportation and give bicycles a direct connection, not long routes through busy intersections. All kinds of traffic should be delivered up over the Cuyahoga River. If they drive a bike or just walk around, give everyone a way to get downtown. Let's keep Cleveland on the right track. Take a step forward, not a step back. Now is our chance if we answer the call to build a bridge that connects us all.